A $1.36 million sale because we held our ground, where other agents would have dropped their guard and ultimately dropped the price. This particular property is a big block, 950 square meters, but it's got a basic 6-bedroom home, it's large, it's got a couple of air conditioning systems in it, it's got a big double garage, it's behind a compound, so it's kind of quite private, but it's a battle axe, so it's not necessarily appealing to everybody. The owners wanted a $1.5 million, which is well over where the money was on the property. And so when I presented the strategy to the seller and we talked about how we actually were going to achieve that outcome, it's about taking a photograph in low light. It's about long exposure, but you have to keep the camera firm. You have to keep your strategy firm. We need to be continuing to talk to buyers as if the $1.5 million price is where the seller needs to be. Because over time, there will be a buyer that comes into the property that is prepared to pay that money or close to that money. A lot of agents who are chasing commission or wanting to get a sale done in a 90-day period, they are pressured by sellers sometimes, or even by themselves, because they want to get that sale. For me, we have a hold firm strategy, a long-term strategy. It's an honest conversation with a seller up front that we know the property is above where the market is previously paid, but that we know that if we hold firm, we will get that outcome. This particular property was a perfect example of that. We had a family that's come in, fitted perfectly. They asked me how much the owner wanted. My response to them was, the owner wanted 1.5 million, but they've softened slightly on that. That didn't give any information away. At that particular point in time, the owners were less than 1.4. In fact, they were just over 1.3. The buyer offered 1.35 million. I took it back to the seller. The seller agreed to that price. I thought, let me see if I can play with this a little bit more. I went back to the buyer, I got them up an extra $10,000. We sold the property for 1.36 million. The owner was ecstatic, and that was because we held firm. That particular listing took 4 months to sell, and one of the things that I see in the industry a lot is that agents are so pressured to sell within a 90-day period, they never run this strategy out to its full effect, and it's a great strategy for well-presented properties that need to achieve, or that would like to achieve, an above market price. You need to have patience, you need to have presentation, and you need to have an agent that has the skill and the understanding of what dialogue to use to get that outcome. You don't need another agent to give you an appraisal, you need a sales strategist to architect your outcome.